Which IEBC cleared you? Did you take your papers there? How were you cleared by the IEBC?
There's no requirement to clear a deputy president who ascends to office by virtue of Article 145 read together with 150.
But the
what requires the clearance of IEBC is the president and the deputy president in an election.
The President's memo to Parliament, Your Excellency, indicated that the nomination was cleared by IEBC.
There was no election. I assumed office through a process different from a process following an election.
Is it an indictment of the judiciary, Your Excellency? Because the former deputy president, through a court process, is actually outside. We have the governor of Meru, who is in office, even through a similar process. What kind of jurisprudence is that creates two forms of justice in your own understanding? And this is from a point of view as a law professor.
First, the two cases you have cited were beneficiaries of court injunctions. The only difference is in one, after the inter partes hearing of the matter around whether or not the injunction should be preserved. In one case, the court found that the injunction needed to be lifted. In the second case, which also there has been an injunction, the court found yesterday that there is no need to lift the injunction. That's the only difference. And it happens in courts all the time, not just in Kenya, all over the world. In fact, the finding of one court is in many cases overturned by the next court the following day. So there is no inconsistency whatsoever. That is judicial practice. A judge, even one bench of 3 judges, one judge will say this, 2 other judges will say different things, or the same subject matter, same articles, same evidence, same parties. That's how. That's the independence of the judiciary is not just institutional. It is individual. It's decisional. Every judge carries decisional independence.
Your predecessor, Your Excellency, says the reason you ascended to this